Hey, how's it going? It's JPChivalry. We're going live with Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance, or Sons of Liberty HD edition. But it's basically Substance. But yeah, so last we left off, we met up with Stillman and had a discussion about how to defuse bombs. So we got the coolant, and we talked to Colonel and Snake. It was a lot of dialogue. I think it was like 20 minutes worth of dialogue. It's a lot, but I mean, it's fine. You're enjoying it. So yeah, right when we start this playthrough, in a few minutes, we'll be talking to Stillman and maybe do a little couple of Easter eggs. Also, thanks to Mizzou Soccer for the auto host, and let me get the command list going. What? I guess it's not working. Something's weird with Twitch today. Like, I resubbed to Barry. Barry is streaming, and it didn't give me my 4-month sub notification or key or whatever. I mean, his badge icon is like a key, so I don't have it anymore. So I don't know what's going on with that. Also, I don't think I talked about anniversary. I talked about it in the feed post on Twitch, but I don't think I talked about it yesterday. So yeah, I just got caught up with Avengers, and I mean, I talked about what happened, like why I was busy and all that, but I didn't talk about anniversary itself. So yeah, this past Saturday was the 3rd year anniversary of when I started streaming. April 28th, 2015. At least that's when I started regularly streaming. I did do like a couple test streams way back in the day with like StarCraft 2, but I don't have that footage anymore. I think I deleted that VOD actually, because it was just random. It was just randomly testing. And that was before I had the good internet. But yeah, so we'll do a proper celebration next year, and then I'll make up. I guess, yeah, that'll be a longer one. Because the idea was to go. Because last year I did Mega Man 1. This year I was gonna do Mega Man 2 and 3, to like kind of do a Mega Man every year, you know, go through my favorite series. Well, not the originals. I mean, X is my favorite series, but you know, I'm doing some exploring. It's just the predecessor. So I guess next year I'll do 2, 3, 4. You heard it here first. But that's the plan. Also, so I saw Snake Tales is actually non-canon. I don't think... Maybe we'll check it out at the end. But yeah, it's not canon, so it's not like too important. And again, we are going to play a non-canon game soon. So that's fine, we'll check it out. And I guess we'll also check out the skateboarding on the PS2 version. I couldn't find anything about the Mei Ling conversation. So that whole when I was saving constantly back in the hold or tanker section, I read that it took 13 saves for Otacon to have this fun little chat with Mei Ling, but that didn't happen. So I don't know. I mean, I commented like, do I have to exit codec completely and then call, or is it 13 consecutive saves or what? But I guess I didn't really do 13 consecutive, like back to back to back within the codec. But I don't think that would matter. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to like look into it, I guess. If anything, I'll just try it on the PS2 when we get to that. See the differences. And then I guess for the finale. Oh, what? The other one's not there. For the finale, I'll just, like at the very end, I'll just have it running and we'll scroll through the pages of the that other article, the one that's like a recap of Metal Gear Solid. But that'll be like the very last thing before the PS2 checkout. And that, it's Thursday. I watched Riverdale and Americans. I'm finally caught up with everything, so now I get to watch things live. Relatively, I do wait like 12 minutes so I can just fast forward through commercials, because who wants to watch commercials? Honestly. But, yeah, Americans is fun. It's you're getting close to the end, final season. And then Riverdale's been, I don't know. Riverdale's just been silly. It's I don't know. It's teetering for me. But like the last good episode I enjoyed, or like really enjoyed. I mean, I'm enjoying it, but like really enjoyed was the musical. But yeah, that was like 2 episodes ago, I think, or 3 now, or something like that. Anyways, that's enough of me. Let's get this playthrough started. So, going mute as before. I think I already said shout out to Mizuno Sakura for the auto host, but I'll do it again. And let's load this up. Talk to Silman, defuse some bombs, maybe fight a boss or 2. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going on mute.
No need to worry. What are you doing there? Hurry up and dispose of those bombs. The sensor aid that I gave you is set so that the position of bombs will appear on the radar. Didn't I say that if you don't first initialize the radar, you won't get anywhere? Now search for the node. If you're not sure where the node is, ask your superior officer. He should know. Right. There's still C4 in the strut where you are. Where? All right, let me give you a hint. Look for a place that guys have never entered up to this point. A special place that guys have wanted to enter but simply couldn't. A place that you couldn't enter if the situation wasn't as such. Oh, looks like you were in there already. My, my. There are still bombs in that area that haven't been disposed of. Search carefully. Look for a place that guys have never entered up to this point. A special place that guys have wanted to enter but simply couldn't. A place that you couldn't enter if the situation wasn't as such. There are still bombs. There are still bombs. There are still. The sensor aid that I gave you. There are still. There are still. There are still.
Where are you? What are you embarrassed about? You're on a mission. Anything goes.
Pliskin.
I've snuck into similar places in the past myself.
Huh? Tell me a little more about Dead Cell.
Dead Cell was a shadow unit within the... Vamp is a member of Dead...
Raiden. Stillman is a top-notch explosives tech.
Raiden here. I took care of the C4 in Strut C. The ceiling of the women's bathroom was set to blow.
That's not like him.
Anything wrong?
Maybe. Pliskin's reported other locations too, and none of them are effective demolition points.
What do you mean?
It means that they wouldn't be the best places to choose if you wanted to destroy this place.
Are you saying they don't plan on blowing the shell up?
It certainly seems that way. So far, we haven't seen anything but a waste of good explosives. Unless, of course, we're missing something.
A trap?
He couldn't have overlooked the fact that I would be called into this. There's something going on. Well done. It looks like there are no more bombs in that strut. Now, head for the other struts.
Raiden, another C4 down. There was one planted pretty high up on the ceiling. The coolant spray couldn't reach that far, so I had to get up on a stand and do it.
Make doubly sure you stay out of the enemy sight. If the radar goes offline...
Jack, is that you? Jack, it must be so nerve-wracking to defuse a bomb.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, that was a stupid thing to say. Sorry.
That's all right. It's just that I've never been trained in this stuff.
You okay? Are you feeling well?
I almost threw up a few times.
Oh, Jack.
But I'm okay. It's not like I'm in this alone.
Oh, yeah, that's true. What do you think about when you're defusing those things?
I don't think so much as remember. And I know that I need to resist that and keep my mind blank. I can't let myself be overwhelmed by the fear.
So, am I a part of what you try not to remember? I was just kidding, but I guess this isn't a good time for that.
No, it is. And I do think about you. I'm trying to remember what's so special about April 30th.
Any success?
No, not yet.
You need to stay alive so you can.
Okay, that's a deal. What do you know about that strange woman?
You mean Fortune? She's the Dead Cell leader. Her real name is Helena Dolph Jackson, known to her friends as Lady Luck.
Lady Luck.
Yeah, She got the name because bullets seemed to veer away from her in battle. People have heard her say that her fortune in battle was payback for the lousy luck she's had in life.
Lousy luck?
The death of her father, the Marine commander, the conviction of husband and dead cell leader Colonel Jackson. These events were followed by her mother's suicide, the loss of a husband, and the idea of a...
It's possible the terrorists will attempt to destroy the big ship. It's possible.
There's somebody there. Who is that? It's the enemy. I need help.
Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Sending reinforcements to the first floor, strut A. Boost up security.
There's somebody there.
Attack team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
No one's going to leave a bomb in a place that easy to reach. It would be more worthwhile to search convoluted areas that can't be reached simply by walking.
This is Raiden. The C4 found in Strut A has been frozen and disposed of. Explosives were planted in the pump room on the first floor.
This is all wrong. This is something only an amateur would do.
What do you mean?
All the bombs that have been found so far don't appear to be in the right kind of locations. And the quantity of explosives isn't sufficient either.
Even Fat Man can make mistakes, right?
No, there's something else going on here. Get a move on with the disposal, Raiden. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Do you think it's a trap?
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell Pliskin to watch his back too. Just hurry.
It's possible the terrorists will... It's possible that...
One more bomb defused. There was one I managed to find only because I took a good look in first-person view. You should try it too. Fat Man. Supposedly, he's nicknamed after an atomic bomb.
Well done. It looks like there are no more bombs in that store.
What's up, Jack? Jack, do you remember the day we met?
I'm kind of busy right now, Rose.
You're right, sorry.
I do remember. It was right after I transferred to New York. There are all these tourists around you in front of the Federal Hall.
A group of middle-aged Japanese ladies came up and asked me which building it was that King Kong was climbing in the movie. I said it was probably the Chrysler Building, and then you showed up and started mouthing off. You were like, no, it's the Empire State.
I said the Chrysler Building was in Godzilla.
We started arguing, and I forgot all about the tourists. I was insisting that I was right, and you were doing the same. The next thing we knew, the Japanese women had gone away, and we ended up going to the Skyscraper Museum to see who had the better recall.
We argued all the way to Battery Park.
And for nothing.
Since the museum was closed, we went our separate ways from the museum. And then I found you again by coincidence out in the base corridor.
An amazing coincidence that we were actually working at the same place.
That night we went up to the top of the Empire State.
It was so beautiful. I could look down on the Chrysler Building from 120 stories above ground.
I felt overwhelmed. I didn't care anymore who was right.
And that was our first date.
We watched King Kong in your apartment a bunch of times that night. Didn't sleep till morning. If it weren't for that coincidence, we wouldn't be together.
I know. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm taking up your time again.
What?
Take care. What can I do for you, Jack? See ya.
Make doubly sure. Ryden, Stillman is a top-notch.
Ryden, don't get yourself worked up. It's safer to take up...
Pliskin, what do you know about Stillman?
He's a bomb disposal expert.
Equipping yourself with Sensor A will bring up a visual representation of the odor of C4s on your radar. It will appear as a mist-like image. C4 is sure to be planted anywhere where there is a response. Search carefully.
Stillman, tell me something about Fat Man.
Well, to start, he was born the son of a clockmaker, neglected by his parents and without friends. It seems that he spent a lot of time by himself in his father's workshop. Maybe that was the reason, I'm not sure, but apparently he has had a tremendous fascination with clock mechanics since he was a child. It was at the age of 10 that a guidebook that he found on the internet changed his life forever. That guidebook served as a basis of his eventually piecing together an atomic bomb. It was from there that he came to be known as Fat Man. And soon enough, there was no one associated with bombs that didn't know his name. In a sense, Fat Man was a hero. Although what he did was recognized only by those in the trade, I'm sure that it served to greatly stir the ego of the teenage boy at the center of it all. But he leaves his mark nowhere else. Apparently, he was hated and shunned by everyone in school. So he went on to focus all his energy on explosives. He scorned the reality that surrounded him and instead chose to embrace a world that would easily grant him recognition. Well, to be sure, it never amounted to anything more than, say, occasionally bringing a gun into school. Eventually, Fat Man came to Indian Head, the exercise training facilities of the Naval School Explosive Ordnance Disposal at which I was a lecturer. He absorbed all kinds of knowledge, as if he hungered for bombs. Close to 20% of the students at Indian Head flunk out of what is truly a hellish curriculum. Despite this environment, he achieved extraordinarily high marks that were without precedent. After leaving Indian Head, he joined up with Nest, said to be the most accomplished bomb disposal unit. It was there that he apparently got into some trouble.
What exactly?
You got me, but Fat Man was definitely not cut out for group operations from the very start. Having been ousted from Nest, he was picked up by Dead Cell, which was already becoming notorious for being a motley crew of sorts. It seems that it was through surprise attack maneuvers later conducted by Dead Cell that Fat Man completely subdued his former companions from Nest. While being the most peculiar individual among my students, he was also the most talented. Be sure not to underestimate him. Are we clear?
Something over there.
Enemy intruder sighted. Send additional personnel.
Understood. I want an additional unit to head for the evade. Don't let
An intruder.
Pull.
Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut F. Intensify the level of security.
I got him. An intruder! An intruder!
Jack, what's going on? Answer me! Jack? Jack!
I got him. Who's there?
Communications with Strut F have ceased. Carry out an investigation immediately.
Who's that?
It's him! Everyone, stay on guard!
Understood. Reinforcements
Encounter the
understood. Common an additional unit sent to Strut F. Don't allow the enemy to escape.
Raiden, what's wrong? Raiden! Raiden!
Nothing here. the intruder!
Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut F. Intensify them.
Nothing here. Back up. I have an unknown target here. Move! Clear! Clear!
Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Reinforcements are on their way to Strut F. Intensify the level of security.
What's that? Who's there?
I got him. Send reinforcements.
Understood. Order backup units sent to warehouse H on B1 of Strut F. Don't let the enemy escape.
Move! Clear! Clear!
Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Reinforcements are on their way to Strut F. Intensify the level of security. Tag team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
Nothing here. Who's there?
I got him. Send reinforcements.
Unit to Strut F. Don't allow the subject to get away.
Be careful. There are Claymore mines around there.
Who is this?
Stealth-equipped Claymore mines, invisible to the naked eye. Use the mine detector.
Identify yourself.
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat. You mean from Shadow Moses?
Mr. X, then.
Mr. X now, is it? Why would it matter if I called you Deep Throat?
Never mind about that.
Why did you contact me?
Let's just say I'm one of your fans.
Colonel, someone calling himself Mr. X just contacted me. Do you know anything about it?
No. And whoever it wasn't a burst transmission.
The transmission was sent from within the big shell.
He called himself Deep Throat at first. Do you think...
I caught that part too, but the possibility of it being true is none. Gray Fox was the one who used that alias in Shadow Moses, and he's dead.
Is it an enemy trap?
Could be. Exercise extreme caution.
Return to your positions. Tighten security. Understood. All units exercise extreme caution.
Raiden, Stillman is a top... I see a lot of birds over there. The tanker accident 2 years ago released crude oil containing massive quantities of endocrine disruptors. The fish that absorbed them were then eaten by seagulls, which further concentrated the endocrine disruptors in their bodies. What sort of outcome this will lead to is still currently under review and is yet unclear. It just goes to show that finishing the cleanup of ocean oil spills does not mean that environmental restoration efforts end there as well. Make doubly sure you stay out.
Colonel, do you know anything about Mr. X?
He is not a member of the Foxhound unit.
He called himself Deep Throat, almost like he was the Shadow Moses.
Raiden, I know what you're trying to say, but that possibility is nil.
Jack, I'll look into it for you. Hold on a moment.
That mine detector that you're equipped with displays the location of Claymore mines that aren't visible to the naked eye. It's not your run-of-the-mill mine detector. It's the latest model to use the technology developed in a private Mu chem lab. It isn't a metal detector. It's based more on the various systems used in chemical detectors. In short, it doesn't respond to a mine's metallic casing. It actually detects the elements used in explosives. Basically, it's similar to the sensor that the old man gave you. The one that responds to the smell of C4. That's why you can accurately detect the location of mines, despite the fact that you're in a metal-based structure.
It appears that Fat Man placed bombs within each of the struts. It's likely there are no bombs planted on the connecting bridges. Head for the struts for which you have not yet finished disposing of the C4. Looks like Pliskin shouldn't be having any problems. You'd better look sharp as well.
Stillman, do you really believe that Pliskin is not a member of SEAL Team 10?
He's probably not.
Then exactly what is he?
I'm not sure. But there are other things that I am sure of.
Like what?
Like that I can believe in him, that's what. There's something about him. A certain something that's found only in men of strength, trustworthiness, and reliability.
I see. Anyway, I'm getting back to the mission.
Looks like the enemy sentries have the defensive perimeters of each.
Jack, is that you? You're looking pretty good.
Yeah?
I wonder how Lieutenant J.G. Pliskin is doing.
Well, he's doing pretty good too.
Oh, really? I'm glad.
Why are you so worried?
Huh?
About Pliskin?
Well, I mean, he's defusing the bombs along with you. If he screws something up, you'll be...
I guess so. He'll be all right, I'm sure. Don't worry about it.
Okay, hang in there.
What's that? Is there somebody? Who is that? It's the enemy. I need help.
Return to your positions. Tighten security. Understood. All units exercise extreme caution.
I don't see a lot of adequate cover in that area.
There's some cargo on those conveyor belts. That's about it.
Good thinking. Raiden, take cover behind the cargo on the conveyor belt. Match your movement to the belts. The sensor you receive from Stillman
Everything's going smoothly over here. I just finished defusing another C4. For some reason, there was one planted on an enemy soldier's back.
Pliskin, SEAL Team 10's Bravo team's been wiped out.
Is that right?
Is that all you have to say?
Raiden, the roof of that strut is accessible. Check there as well.
Enemy sighted. Requesting backup unit.
Secure the door leading to the DE connecting bridge. Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Reinforcements are on their way to the DE connecting bridge. Exercise extreme caution.
Nothing here.
Attack team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
There's somebody.
Encounter the enemy requesting backup.
Understood. Dispatching an additional unit to Strut E. Cut the enemy off.
I've taken care of that annoying fly. What's the situation over there?
Puzzling. I saw a man dressed like a ninja just now.
Ninja?
It's the only way to describe it. A kind of cyborg ninja complete with a sword.
What?
Are you hiding something from me?
Olga, are you sure it wasn't an Arsenal Tengu?
Don't be a fool. Think I wouldn't know the difference? I've never seen field gear like that ever.
All right, we'll intensify patrols. Anything else?
Actually, one more thing. You'll find it hard to believe, though. I saw a man hiding under a cardboard box.
Where?
On the connecting bridge to Shell 2. So you believe me this time?
I've seen someone use that box trick before. We'll lay a trap on the Shell 2 connecting bridge.
Over and out, then.
Freeze! You must be one of Dead Cell.
Of course not. What a thing to say.
Drop your gun!
Not a chance.
I saw a female soldier. Russian.
Must be Olga Gerlukovich.
How do you know?
Unlike you, I've been briefed.
She's not a Dead Cell?
No, she commands a Russian private army.
They must be the ones patrolling the big shell.
That's right. She's led the group ever since her old man, Colonel Gerlukovich, died. Watch yourself with her. She's a tough one.
Who's that?
Raiden here. The C4 reported on the roof of Strut E has been taken care of. Explosives were planted on the Harrier 2 stationed on the roof.
Good work. Only one more left to go.
This is Pliskin. Do you read me, Pete?
I'm here. What's up?
Raiden, you need to hear this too.
I'm listening.
I checked out the bottom of Strut H for you, Pete.
Wait, what's this about?
I asked Pliskin to look around. Knowing Fat Man, I can't shake the feeling that all the bombs so far were just wrong.
So did you find anything?
Yeah, a hell of a lot of C4s packed into the bottom of the strut. Pete called it right.
I knew he had the real thing up his sleeve.
So all the other ones were dummies?
No, they're a threat, all right. But the detonation wouldn't be enough to destroy the entire shell. But the C4s Pliskin found would inflict serious structural damage.
That's not the bad news either. These are sensor-proof.
What?
New model, I guess. The ionization sensor can't detect them. The whole thing is sealed tight to prevent vapor leak, and there's no trace of that cologne signature. Pete, looks like he fooled you.
Yes.
But you managed to find the thing anyway.
It was sheer luck.
Bombs that are invisible to the sensor?
Any ideas, Pete?
Are there more out there?
I'll go see for myself.
You can't move fast enough.
He's right. I can try the spray from a distance.
Hold on. There's something not right about this one. I can feel it.
Well, Pete, should I come back and get you?
No, there's no need. Raiden, you have one left to go, correct?
Right, except for those scentless ones.
How about you, Pliskin?
I have 2 left, not counting this one.
Okay. It'll have to be me. I have the level 4 card that'll get me into Shell 2 in any case.
You'll never make it. With that bad leg of yours, they'll spot you for sure.
That won't happen. I can walk just fine. I can even run.
What do you mean?
That bomb 5 years ago, I messed up. Even with all my experience, I lost it. And the church was lost in the explosion. All those kids playing nearby, too. These past 5 years, I've lived a lie.
Lied?
Yes, lied. I didn't lose my leg in the explosion. So many dead. All because of my mistake. All I could think about was hiding from the crime, shielding myself from the public outcry. I wanted people to be sorry for me, for my weakness. I faked being a victim myself because I couldn't bear to face the families of the real victims. This is no prosthetic. I can keep my footing on catwalks and hike over deserts. I lived my life so well I haven't even answered to myself for my sins. It was supposed to be a shield, and it's become a shroud instead. I've killed my soul by playing the victim. Instead of protecting me, it's made my life even more hellish.
What good can that do the victims?
I know. I'm a coward.
Hey, Pete.
God forgive me. I can walk with my own 2 feet, and I need them to stop Fat Man. His crimes are also mine. One of omission and arrogance. No one should teach the skills I taught him without a clear conscience. This is the only way I can diffuse my own sins.
I get you, Pete. That one's all yours. You got it, Raiden?
I understand.
Pete, I've taken care of guards in struts G and H of Shell 2. I wouldn't recommend you go into any of the other struts.
I owe you one.
I'll get back to freezing the baby bombs then.
You do that too, Raiden.
I'm on it.
I'll have the radio with me if you need to get in touch. Just don't ask for Peg Leg Peter. He's gone for good.
I'm under enemy fire. Secure the perimeter.
Understood. Sending reinforcements to the roof of Strut E. Exercise extreme caution around the heliport.
Raiden, leave the odorless C4 on Strut H to Stillman. Your job is to dispose of the C4s left on Shell 1. Locate every last one. Make doubly sure you...
Raiden, like I said before, there's a huge load of C4s at the bottom of Strut H that won't show up on the radar. The old man's right. There's got to be the same thing in Shell 1. Watch your back. Raiden, don't ever turn your back on that Olga woman. Olga Gerlukovich, daughter of Colonel Sergei Gerlukovich, ex-GRU and former Spetsnaz commander. She's the leader of Colonel Gerlukovich's private army that's been wandering around the Big Shell. Those men were gathered by Colonel Gerlukovich. Following his death, she inherited his command and now exercises full control. Her father's name was widely respected throughout the old Soviet regime, and he was the goal of just about every military man.
Why would a respected soldier become a leader of those cutthroats?
The collapse of the Republic resulted in a lot of unemployed soldiers. Most found themselves suddenly cast out into the civilian world, hopelessly lost. The colonel took these men in. He organized a mercenary army and led his men from battle to battle in various disputed regions around the world, hoping that one day he would rebuild his homeland. Rumor has it that during the Shadow Moses incident, he planned a rendezvous with Liquid Snake's men and assist in their uprising. I assume that the revolt figured into his reconstruction plans for the Soviet regime. I also heard that Ocelot, Liquid's right-hand man, was an old friend of the Colonel's back in the old days of the Soviet Union. In any case, Olga inherited her father's military genius and has become a force to be reckoned with. She was born and raised on the battlefield, and she's as tough as she looks. Not my ideal choice for a date.
You sound like you've met her.
No, I haven't had the pleasure. Just remember what I said. Don't turn your back on her. I just got a call from Pete. He made it to Shell 2. I guess he really can run.
Pliskin.
I'll take good care of Pete. Don't worry.
Pliskin, you seemed pretty focused on the Navy.
Well done. It looks like there are no more bombs in that strut.
Stillman, how you feeling?
All right. It's been a while since I've run, though.
Guess that means it's also been a while since you've run out of breath, huh?
Are you accusing me of something, Raiden?
No, I didn't mean anything by it.
No, I should be condemned.
Wait, everybody makes mistakes.
But it's the reasons behind those mistakes that become the real issue.
What do you mean?
The reason that bomb exploded, and the reason that I was saved, is because I was confronted by fear and I couldn't handle it. Halfway through disposing of the bomb, I succumbed to that fear. And when I realized what was going on, I had turned around and was running away from the bomb. The one who paid the price, however, wasn't me. After I regained consciousness from the shock of the blast, the first thing that my eyes met
were the corpses of children crushed under a pile of rubble.
Stillman.
Yet, what do you think I felt at that time? A sense of relief. Relieved that it wasn't me.
Oh.
That's not all. At the time, I was known as the top bomb disposal technician in the United States. And to someone like me, who had neither a wife nor children, that reputation was everything. I didn't want to lose it. That's why I lied about losing my leg. Ran away from the responsibility that was mine. Closed my eyes to the victims. Stirred up the sympathy of the public.
All right, Stillman, that's enough. For now, let's just worry about what we're going to do about Fat Man's bombs.
Yeah. Is that you writing? I haven't reached Strut H yet.
Stillman, do you really think there are bombs that the sensor's not picking up?
Right. Sealing the entire casing of the bomb prevents the odor from leaking outside. It's a technique that I, for one, didn't teach.
But wasn't leaving a signature of sorts Fat Man's aesthetic touch?
Perhaps this Fat Man is not the one I knew.
What?
Fat Man right now is fragile and weak. What's more, he's dangerous. Watch yourself, okay? By the way, Wright, did you happen to see the technician that came down along with me?
No, I didn't.
I see.
Wait, Stillman, is that guy really...
Ryden,
What?
disposing of the C4 is our first priority. There's no time. Get back to the task at hand.
Right. Gotcha.
Sensor A can't specify the exact location of bombs. It's unfortunate, but only the area can be localized. Once you've got the area, you'll have to continue your search using your own two eyes. The sensor has a high dependability factor. Consider it error-proof. Even if a glance reveals nothing, you can be sure there is C4 in the vicinity if the sensor responds. Try thinking from Fat Man's perspective, and you're sure to find something. Look carefully. Put simply, bomb disposal is a one-on-one with fear itself. Don't try to run away from it. Instead, acknowledge the fear and take it straight on. The coolant spray will never run out, no matter how much you use it. Go ahead and utilize it freely. Note, however, that the spray has a range of only several meters. Be sure to factor in the distance between you and the bombs when you use it. When you equip yourself with the coolant spray, you will enter the first-person view screen. Now be careful, as this means that you can't move while spraying. Even in places that you can't reach, or narrow areas that you can't enter, the spray should reach provided you stretch out your arm. When the lamp on the detonator stops pulsating, it indicates that the bomb has been frozen, meaning that the bomb has been successfully diffused. Apply the spray until the lamp stops blinking. Discretion is a key when taking on a bomb. A degree of caution that taxes your sense of meticulousness. Don't confuse this with cowardice, as it is the extreme opposite. Carefully conduct yourself with the courage that ensures you get the job done right. Listen up, Ryden. No matter what, don't be impatient. Impatience is questionably the one state of mind absolutely guaranteed to seal your fate when defusing a bomb. No matter how the situation presents itself, you must never lose your composure. Understood? The coolant spray will never run out, no matter how much you...
What can I do for you, Jack? I can't believe it. Stillman's prosthetic leg was all a big lie.
Don't be too hard on him, Rose.
But he's got no right to go around pretending he's got a prosthetic leg. That's an insult to people who really can't walk.
Everyone's got their own reasons. Sometimes you've got no choice but to lie.
You're right. I guess it is necessary sometimes.
Rose?
It's nothing. Well, see ya.
There's some...
Attack team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
It's the enemy. I need help.
Understood. Backup squad into the DE connecting bridge priority 1. Don't let the enemy get away. Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Reinforcements are on their way to Strut D. Intensify security.
Who's there? Who's there? Enemy sighted. Requesting backup unit.
Enter Strut D ASAP. Secure the lower level. the DE connecting bridge. Exercise extreme.
Nothing here.
Who's there?
Communications with Strut D have ceased. Carry out an investigation immediately.
I have the last C4 frozen. There's nothing showing up on the sensor now.
Good work, Raiden.
You're way ahead of me, kid. I still have one to go.
How's your bomb, Peter?
It's a bomb, all right. Sealed C4 and in huge quantities.
You think there's another one in Shell 1?
For sure. Somewhere at the bottom of Strut A.
Why are you so certain?
If this bottom section of the strut is demolished, Shell 2 will be well on its way to destruction.
You mean that Shell 2 will actually sink?
Not immediately. There'll still be 5 struts left. But if Shell 1 loses a strut at the same time, it'll be a very different story. The big shell's structural integrity depends on a very exact balance. If both shells lose a strut each, the whole structure will tear itself apart under its own weight.
What do we do?
I have a sensor that can locate even those scentless C4s. It makes combined use of a neutron scintillator and a hydrogen bomb detector.
You brought that stuff with you?
Of course. I made the calibrations while I was in the pantry.
Does it work?
I just tested it, and it definitely responds. But the best I can do is a sound beacon, not the radar.
Sound?
The shorter the interval between beacons, the closer the target.
I get you.
There's another one in that pantry I was in. You can go back and get it.
It's all yours, Raiden.
I'm going to study it some more and see if the freezing process will work. Don't touch the other one until I say so.
Okay. I'll stand by until you radio in.
Attack team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
Enemy.
No, this isn't happening. Jack, you have to answer me. Jack! Jack!
Raiden, Stillman is a...
I'll take good care of Pete. Don't worry.
There are still bombs in that area.
There's something here.
Oh,
It's the enemy. I need help.
Strut D ASAP. Secure the lower level. Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut D. Intensify security measures.
Raiden, go pick up the new sensor Stillman told you about. The one that can detect odorless C4s. Head for the kitchen off Strut C's mess hall. That's the room Stillman was hiding in, and he's left the sensor there for you.
Colonel, do you really think they'll blow up the big shell?
It's highly possible. We'll have to listen to their demands in full. They are pros. They won't hesitate to take the upper hand if they see an opening.
Do you plan on meeting their demands?
Absolutely not. You're the only person...
Raiden, go pick up that sensor for odorless C4s. It should be in that room in Strut C where you found Pete.
Hey, Pliskin, were you really a SEAL?
That's what I told you.
But
what?
Nothing.
Listen, kid, you're...
Right. I've readied a sensor that's capable of detecting odorless C4. It's stashed in a safe I was hiding in the Strut C pantry. Fetch it.
Stillman, how are you doing over there?
I'm checking it now. It just can't simply be a bomb that doesn't respond to an odor. There must be something else planted there.
Exactly what is it?
I'm not certain. Give me a little more time. Right.
What can I do for you, Jack? Talk to you soon, Jack.
There's somebody there. Who is that? It's the
What's going on? Respond. Medic, attack team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert. Carry out an investigation immediately.
He got me! Stay on lookout for the intruder!
Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut D. Intensify security measures.
What's that? Who is that? It's the enemy. I need help.
Send to Strut D. Secure the doors leading to the Shell 1, Shell 2 connecting bridges.
Raiden, go pick up... Raiden, what have you got there?
Nothing.
Ah, come on. Don't play dumb. That kind of thinking might even be helpful on the battlefield.
Yeah, but...
Look, aside from its educational value, you can probably use it to distract an enemy. You have the pentazamine equipped.
Raiden, what are you doing there? With that?
I don't believe it. What are you thinking? Enduring your duties?
I highly disapprove.
Even though every one of us is scrambling to do our best to support you, this? And what exactly are you going to do? Drool over pictures of voluptuous girls?
Exactly.
At least use a picture of me instead.
What?
I mean...
I completely disapprove. If the big shell
Goodbye.
Raiden, Raiden.
Peter, I have sensor B.
Good. Head to the bottom of strut A.
How's your invisible bomb?
I'm looking at it, but I'm keeping my distance. How's Pliskin doing?
A few more minutes. I just got to the last strut, but there are a few enemy sentries I have to take care of.
Does it look bad, Peter?
Maybe. It's an odd one. The detonator hasn't been activated.
What?
But the sensors are live, which means...
This is Pliskin. I've located the last C4.
Is that it?
I'm about to freeze it. Then...
Wait! Pliskin! Damn! That was it!
What's going on?
The detonator just woke up. It's counting down!
What happened?
The big ones were rigged to be activated when all the baby C4s went offline. Right. The one in Shell 1 should be counting down too. Hurry!
What's the remaining time?
400 seconds.
400 seconds?
Right. Move! Get to the bottom of strut A now!
Raiden, get to the bottom of strut A ASAP. Engaging the enemy would waste valuable time. Avoid detection at all costs.
Tell me what you know about Fat Man.
Okay, hold on a minute. I'll look him up.
Raiden, I trust that you don't actually believe... If you shoot out the radio behind the enemy's...
Raiden, the odorless C4 should be at the bottom of strut A. Head to strut A's bottom level now. That pistol you have is a SOCOM. It's a .45 caliber.
The countdown has been initiated. Listen up. Time is absolutely critical. Hurry to the bottom of strut A by the shortest possible route.
Should I apply coolant to the bomb in the same way as before?
Wait, I'm still not sure yet. I'll try testing it out here first. For now, get yourself to the bottom of strut A ASAP. The countdown has been initiated.
Listen up. Time is absolutely critical. Hurry to the bottom of strut A by the shortest...
Jack, you okay? Hang in there.
Who's that? Who is that? Enemy sighted. Requesting backup unit.
Return to your position.
Right. Pliskin, listen carefully.
What is it?
I fell for it.
Fell for what?
That man has my number. A proximity trigger. Microwave.
Microwave?
With a 7-foot range. It's not a technique I taught him. Neither was that multi-bomb booby trap. Looks like he's far surpassed me as far as explosives technique goes. As for the rest...
Pete, get the hell out of there.
There's less than 30 seconds left. It's too late.
No!
Pliskin, get away from strut H as fast as you can.
Pete!
Right! Keep your distance. Use the spray from as far away as possible.
Me?
You can do it. I know that.
I'm not so sure.
But I am. Do it. I know you can.
Colonel, Stillman is dead.
I know. Pull yourself together, Raiden.
I can't. I can't do this alone.
Jack, are you listening? All right, calm down.
Stillman is dead. There are no more explosive specialists.
You're fine. I won't let you die.
Rose.
All right then. Is Sensor B equipped?
Yes.
See if it responds or not. Jack, no matter what, you have to bring an end to this crisis.
Okay.
Raiden, there's a C4 somewhere on the bottom of Strut A where you are. Select Sensor B and get to work.
Jack? Be careful, Jack.
Colonel, I've neutralized the bomb.
Good work, Raiden.
It was a great loss for everyone.
Yes, it was.
Colonel, any damage report on the explosion?
Seems that the duct for diverting the contaminated seawater was destroyed, and the central section of Shell 2 is flooding. The explosions ignited the oil slick on the surface.
What about the toxins?
The chemicals stayed in containment. There's no immediate danger.
Is the big shell stable?
Shell 1 was unaffected. The price was high, but the threat of the bomb is over for now.
What's the next objective?
Rescue the President. Get back to the upper level.
Roger that.
Raiden, all the bombs have been defused. The President's safe return is now top priority. First, take the elevator to the upper section of Strut A. Rosemary has completed her data search.
I looked up information on Fat Man. Fat Man, the emperor of explosives. You've already heard how he manufactured an atomic bomb at the age of 10. He appears to have been known throughout the world of explosives since he was a child. He entered the Naval School Explosive Ordnance Disposal at Indian Head and graduated at the top of his class. That's around the time that he met Stillman. He was assigned to the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. He quit soon after, though. After that, he joined Dead Cell as an explosive specialist. He's been there ever since.
Raiden, push the R2.
What's up, Jack? See ya.
Hold on, I'm gonna BRB real quick before we start this next section. So let me do that, and then yeah, I'll BRB. And I'm back. Alright, let me take off the text. And I guess I'll move to this so it's not as loud. Yeah, I didn't realize. It's angles, I guess. Just trying to keep track of where the enemy sight lines are and then not getting caught. Also, I misjudged the time that it would take for I forget, it was the box room with the conveyor belts. Misjudged the time on when that guy was gonna loop around. And then there was that camera one that was like a little BS, but I mean, I guess I was pretty far against the wall. Like, I was trying to sneak by it, but yeah, that's fine. Anyways, yeah, let's start this next section. We're halfway through the stream, so let's see how far we can get. And also we'll try to find some more Easter eggs. Like, I don't have the page up, but I mean, I'm just going based off what I remember. So, alright, let's do this.
Raiden, the terrorists have retaliated for our bomb neutralization.
What?
A hostage has been killed, shot in the head. They shot one of them on the roof, just to make sure we caught it. One of our satellites caught it clear as day.
Damn.
They announced they would kill one every hour from now on.
What are my orders? What should I do?
Stay with your mission objective. Rescue the President.
What about the other hostages?
President Johnson is your first priority.
Priority my butt. They're all in danger.
Jeff, be reasonable. I know what you're feeling, but you can't save them all.
No, not by myself.
Are you expecting that Pliskin to come through?
Well,
looks like he's turned his radio off too.
I can't complete this mission by myself.
That man was not included in the simulation. He is not a factor in this mission.
What do you mean by that, Colonel?
Your mission must remain a solo effort.
What about the SEALs? No second attempt?
They haven't even gotten to planning that. All we can do is wait. In the meantime, you're our only hope.
I understand.
Raiden, go and rescue the President. You can start off by getting to the upper level of Strut A.
Right. All the bombs have been defused. The President's safe return is now top priority. First, take the elevator to the upper section of Strut A. Right. Covert.
I can't tell you how happy I am that you were alive after all. I knew this moment would come. Show yourself and finish me. Like you finished off my father. Otherwise, you'll be the one to die.
Oh, crap.
That's not him. This could be interesting. You've seen the fires of hell, haven't you? Maybe you can give me death. My name is Fortune, lucky in war and nothing else. And without a death to call my own. Hurry, kill me, please.
Fortune's railgun packs some power. A direct hit will kill you. Do not present her with a target under any condition. Stay behind cover. Right. Rose did a bit of research on Fortune's weapon.
The big rifle that she carries appears to be a personal railgun.
Railgun?
Yes, an electromagnetic gun that fires bullets with magnetic force. As a movable conductor, it uses plasma electrons to boost acceleration capabilities. The kinetic energy of the ammunition is approximately 10 megajoules. Incidentally, that of a 140mm smooth bore gun ammunition is 20 megajoules.
I can't believe something like that even exists.
It's not available, though. What she has is only a prototype.
That thing sure doesn't sound like a prototype.
Problems with the rail plasma and inter-rail electromagnetic release have yet to be solved. Evaluations exist that criticize it as unacceptable as a field weapon because of the high risk of accidental discharge.
But hers doesn't?
Most likely, probably because she's lucky.
Unbelievable.
Either way, it's a weapon that she alone can wield, that's for sure.
Yeah, and a weapon that's uncontrollable, too.
Be very careful, Jack.
Fortune's railgun packs some.
Jack, tell me you're all right. Don't give up.
What are you doing? Kill me. What good are you? Put me out of my misery now.
Fat Man just contacted us directly.
Fat Man called us?
Yes. Looks like he placed a bomb on the heliport. He specifically asked for you, Raiden.
What?
He's killed off Peter. Now he's after you.
Why me?
How should I know?
Look, this is really not a good time for this.
The countdown's already begun, Raiden.
Great. How much time do I have left?
I'll show you the count. 400 seconds remaining.
So he's planning on taking this place out.
It looks like he has a different agenda from that of Dead Cell.
What about backup?
None. There's no time.
Which type of explosives is it?
He didn't say.
I'll take over, Queen.
What is it?
It seems our friend Fat Man is out of control.
He'll actually try to destroy this place?
Yes, this could unravel everything we've planned.
But why would he do such a thing?
Who knows? But he's nothing more than a stereotypical mad bomber now. He's completely lost sight of our ideals. And with it, his loyalty to Commander Jackson.
All right. I'll take care of the wayward soul. It wasn't him.
Unfortunate.
I expected more of this one, really.
But he couldn't kill you, I see.
Completely useless.
Then he's all mine.
Later. Then.
Now! Damn!
Vamp. Are you gone? No. No, that death was meant for me. Why am I the only one that can't die? Alone again? Cheated out of death again? How long will you force me to live? How much longer, Dad? You've punished me enough. I thought you could give me peace. But you couldn't kill me either.
There's no need for sorrow, Queen. I died once already.
Vamp.
I can't die twice.
The clock is ticking, Raiden. Get to the heliport on the roof of Strut E. Push the crawl button while running to go into a roll. You can...
Need to save? I'll get on it right away. You have to come back in one piece.
Who's that?
With your status report. What's going on? Respond. Communications with Strut F have ceased. Carry out an investigation immediately.
No sign of the missing man. Everything else is normal. Nothing here.
So you're the one. You're right on time, I see. I like a punctual man.
Is he Dead Cell?
I am Fat Man. I am the greatest that humanity has to offer, and the most. Can you hear it? Hear this rhythm? It's the rhythm of time. And life. Don't you love this sound? I used to hang around department store clock counters. Life is short. Bombs tell the time with every moment of their existence, and nothing else announces its own end with such a fanfare. Glad you could make it. The party's about to start. Oh. Yum. Good year. Let's drink to Stillman, shall we?
If you destroy the big shell, you'll never collect your ransom.
Ransom? What are you talking about?
$30 billion in cash.
So that's what's going on, huh?
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, you'll know soon enough. And I could care less what they plan to do. My ambitions are much more simple. To be the most famous bomber of them all.
You're nuts! No one's gonna give a damn about you.
Oh, yes, they will. I'll go down in history as the man who beat Peter Stillman. That's the only reason I assisted them.
Like hell you beat Stillman. He had your number.
What did you say?
You have nothing of his courage. Or... What are you laughing at?
That croc died a dishonorable death 6 months ago.
6 months ago. The liquidation of Dead Cell.
Call it what you want. Only the right stuff survived that hell. It set me free, you know. Opened the way to a new dimension. So that I could become the emperor among detonation devotees.
You're nothing but a common criminal, and that's the only way people will ever remember you.
How dare you! I'm an artist! That is why I dislike boorish military types. It's time to start the party. This is how it works. I plant a bomb, and it'll explode soon after that. If you prefer to stay in one piece, you'll have to disable my bombs. Laugh and grow fat. Let's move!
Need to save? I'll get on it right away. Don't give up. Jack, you okay? You have to come back in one piece.
Batman will plant the C4s, then activate the timer. Once the timer is online, the countdown begins. Detonation takes place at the 0 count. If that happens, the mission fails. When you see him push the timer button, use the coolant spray to freeze the C4 before the countdown ends. Right, as you can see, Batman is wearing a blast suit.
A blast suit?
It's protective clothing, worn for bomb disposal work. Gunfire can't really penetrate that thing either.
You can do very little damage through the suit. Use the first-person view to go for the head. The blast suit can't protect him from the impact of the shot itself. A series of rapid fire will knock him off balance and create an opportunity for attack. Use it. The countdown timer will tell you how...
Man, are you slow? Are you just gonna...
No. No! Jack, please answer me! Jack!
No way! Come on, get a move on. How about a little time off from You asked for more bombs! My suit. Oh no. I've nothing to wear to the party.
The party's over for you.
That's what you think.
What do you mean? What did you just do? What is this?
I have beautiful hands. These delicate hands can craft works of art.
Answer me, what the hell is this?
It's the switch for the biggest bomb in the entire place.
Huh?
No use. Once it's activated, there's no stopping the count.
Where did you plant it? Where is it?
Somewhere in this area. Don't worry, it's very close by.
Where is it?
Go ahead, shoot me. I'm already dead.
Damn!
Think you can find it? When it goes off, it'll take the big show with it.
Tell me where I can find the bomb!
That's your problem. This is the highlight of the party. Bring it on, I say. They'll be happy too. I die here and start my legend. Too bad you won't be around to see the movies. Laugh and grow fat.
Jack? Hang in there.
Colonel, where's that bomb?
We have no information on that. Sweep the area.
Hurry, Jack.
The bomb has to be somewhere on the heliport. Use whatever means necessary to locate it. Raiden, have you located the bomb yet?
No, not yet.
Hurry, Jack. We don't have a lot of time left.
He wouldn't have had the time to find a good hiding place. It must be somewhere near him. Take a closer look. The bomb has to be somewhere on the heliport. Use whatever means necessary to locate it. The bomb has to be somewhere on... He wouldn't have had the time to find a good hiding place. It must be somewhere near him. Take a closer look. Raiden, the bomb?
Nothing yet.
Where is that damn thing? We're running out of time.
Have you checked under Fat Man's body?
What? Of course not. It can't be there.
You don't know that.
Okay, what evidence do you have that it's there?
Just a hunch, all right?
Look, Rose, I know what I'm doing, and this is my life on the line. You don't have any experience in this type of work, so just...
Raiden, don't turn down a good suggestion when you hear one. Check it out.
Good work, Raiden. Looks like all the bombs are neutralized. One of their main leverages is now gone. That leaves...
Colonel, Fat Man didn't seem to know about the ransom demands.
Intentionally kept in the dark, I'd say. He seemed to be coming from a very different place from the other terrorists. Raiden, a lot of hostages, our president included, are still in danger. Keep your mind focused on protecting them.
What are my orders?
Rescue the president.
We have no idea where he is.
You haven't been in the Central Core yet. I suggest you start there.
Wait, I have another call. Want me to take it?
No, I'll go offline. Best to keep our presence unknown.
How you doing, kid?
Pliskin, is everything all right?
Could be better. Looks like I was out cold for a while.
How did you manage to stay alive?
Had a little help from a friend.
Friend?
What about the bomb?
Diffused. And Fat Man, too.
That's good news.
How's Shell 2?
It's a mess. The bomb crippled H-Strut.
What about the toxins?
The what?
If the big shell blows up, the explosion is expected to produce massive amounts of toxins.
Never heard anything about that.
Huh?
Well, looks like there's not much danger of that in any case. But the Central Core is starting to flood. It won't last much longer.
Well, what about the president and the other hostages?
They weren't in Shell 2. They must be in Shell 1.
We need to get the hostages out of here now.
It's too far from Manhattan for a swim.
What about the lifeboats?
There doesn't seem to be any. Doesn't make sense.
So a chopper is our only extraction?
Right. And it comes with a passenger limit. Intel has it that there are about 30 hostages.
It'd take more than a single trip.
We'll have to come back.
Can you pilot a chopper?
No, but I brought a gearhead with me. He's a good guy. I'll introduce you later.
Pliskin, I'm on the heliport right now, but I don't see their Harrier. It's out somewhere.
We'd better move now, then. Our chances with a Harrier after us are close to nothing.
Do you know where the president is?
No, that one's all yours.
The president is at the top of our rescue list. These are our orders, Lieutenant JG.
Your orders, not mine.
What?
See you later.
Raiden, let's get back to the task of rescuing the president. Head to the core of Shell 1 and investigate the area.
Shoot a fire extinguisher in the con...
Jack, do you need to save? Jack.
What?
You know what I'm talking about.
All right, all right. The bomb was where you guessed it would be. You were right. You saved my butt.
As long as you realize that.
I was pretty surprised, though. I never expected to find it where I did.
You must think I'm pretty clueless, huh?
Of course not. And I have a pretty healthy respect for the woman's intuition thing now.
That is such a sexist thing to say, you know that?
Come on, don't be mad. I apologized already.
Don't sweat it. I'm just messing with you. I want you to recognize that I can help you through this thing, and that I care about you.
Rose?
Hang in there, okay?
With flying colors.
Identify yourself.
I'm like you. I have no name.
Are you Mr. X?
If you like. But come, let's get out of the open. Follow me.
Are you with Foxhound too?
Neither enemy nor friend. Just a messenger from the Lalilulelo. This is safer, I think.
Safe from what?
Eavesdropping, of course.
All right. Why did you contact me?
I've been ordered to give you backup, including the relaying of necessary intel.
Ordered by whom? Why won't you identify yourself?
There is no need for you to know.
I'll decide whether I need to know.
You are not yet trusted to make such decisions. I'll tell you something you do need to know instead. The current location of the president.
What?
Or rather, the person who knows the current location of the president.
Who is it?
A Secret Service agent named Ames, currently being held with other hostages.
Secret Service, huh?
The head of the president's security detail, Ames has been fitted with the same type of VIP nanomachine system as the president. If you're within range, you should be able to communicate.
Why are you telling me this?
Do I need to repeat myself?
There's no reason for me to believe any of this. You understand that?
Of course, but you also have no choice but to believe. Do you have any other leads?
Where are those hostages?
The hostages are being held in the B1 conference hall in the Shell 1 core. You'll find Ames there.
What does he look like?
We don't know if it is indeed a he. I've never met this person either.
How am I supposed to look for someone without even a description?
Use your ears.
What's that supposed to mean?
Ames has a pacemaker. You'll be able to hear the machine sound in the heartbeat.
You expect me to walk up to these hostages and listen to every one of their heartbeats?
The sound is too minute to detect unamplified. You'd be captured immediately.
So what am I supposed to do?
Use the directional microphone. There's one somewhere in the core. Take this. The security card will unlock all level 2 security doors, including the one into the core. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electronic field. And watch yourself. The core is more heavily guarded than any other section of the big shell. You'll get nowhere just like that. Try this instead.
One of the terrorists?
The surveillance camera won't let you on the elevator without the right uniform.
You want me to disguise myself?
Men assigned to the core and those on perimeter duty are given different colors to wear. Your new outfit will work in some areas, not others. The uniform alone won't fool them either.
You're talking about weapons.
Right, you need an AK.
But I saw them carrying an AN-94.
All men assigned to the core section carry AKs.
So without an AK-74U, someone will see through me really quick.
You could take care of the weapon issue yourself. One other thing.
There's more?
You'll also have to pass a retinal scan to get into the conference hall.
Biometrics. Crap.
Nothing but the real thing will suffice. Deception is not an option here. I suggest you hurry. They have a nuke on their side.
The nuke? They have a nuclear weapon with them?
You didn't find their continuing presence here unusual? Even with the president as hostage, this is an island, and they have no visible means of escape.
Even if they do have a nuke, the warhead is no good without an access code. The security lockout can't be bypassed.
They don't need to. They have the code. You saw it too, I believe. The Navy man would have a handcuff. The other half of it is on the football, or the black case if you like. The nuclear button. And now they have it.
Why did they have to bring the football along? To a decontamination plant of all places.
But they did have to. Because, after all, the big shell is the farthest thing from a cleanup plant there is.
What?
Dead Cell didn't have to bring a nuke along with them. It was right here to begin with. Nothing in this affair is what it seems.
A cover-up? But why? For what?
For Metal Gear that is housed here.
Metal Gear?
The very same. Bipedal nuke capable vehicle Shadow Moses infamy. This place is the R&D center for its newest incarnation.
What the hell is going on?
Better ask Ames the rest.
What's this for?
You might be glad you have it. Keep the controller's vibration function on.
What do I need a cell phone for? Colonel, who was that man just now?
He's not one of ours. No, we have no one like that in our unit.
He said that the big shell was housing a new model of Metal Gear.
First I've heard of it.
Colonel, what are you not telling me?
I've been completely open with you, Raiden. I've told you everything.
Is that everything you know? Or everything I need to know?
Snap out of it, Raiden. I'll have the Metal Gear rumor looked into. You need to make contact with this Ames.
So you believe that ninja?
Since we have no leads on the President's current location, we have no other alternatives. Right now, collect as much data as you can, including anything on Metal Gear.
Are those my orders?
Yes, they are. Disguise yourself as an enemy soldier and infiltrate the Shell 1 core.
Understood.
Raiden, make contact with Ames and find out where the President is. Our information indicates that Ames is being held in the B1 level of Shell 1's core. Head for the core of Shell 1. Shell 1's core has extremely tight security. Impersonate an enemy personnel to infiltrate the section. For a proper disguise, select the enemy field uniform you receive from the ninja. This will allow you to blend in. But you still need one more thing. It will look suspicious if you're not carrying the standard equipment. All personnel in the Corps are equipped with AK-74Us. Select your own AK when you're in disguise. Find yourself an AK. You have a level 2 card in your possession. Go and search the warehouse in Strut F. Raiden, make contact with Ames.
Colonel, should I really believe what he says?
The fact is that there is no other option, unfortunately for us.
I'll understand once I go to see him then, right? Colonel, Pliskin wasn't killed.
You look happy, Jack.
Yeah.
Raiden, don't trust him.
What?
Don't you think it's suspicious that he alone came out unscathed? Things don't add up. Raiden, don't put any faith in that guy. You will carry out your mission alone. Do you understand? Shell 1's core has extreme...
Pliskin, do you read me?
What's up, Raiden?
I just ran into a guy decked out like a ninja.
A ninja?
Yeah. Do you know anything about this?
No. Can you trust that costumed freak?
I don't know. But the colonel told me to follow the guy's instructions.
And like a good soldier, you'll do it, right? I'll let you in on a little secret, kid. The ninja that was publicized in the Shadow Moses incident no longer exists. The guy you met has no connection whatsoever with the incident.
And how do you know that?
Because I do.
Huh?
Just be careful who you trust, okay?
Pliskin, do you know anything about a Secret Service agent named Ames?
Ames?
You've heard of him?
No.
Listen, if you know anything...
No. I got the name mixed up with someone else. Forget it. If you shoot those pipes along the sea...
What can I do for you, Jack? Got a minute, Jack?
Rose?
I found some information on where Solid Snake is interred.
Great. Shoot.
I've located the grave site.
And the body?
Exhumed for DNA testing.
Well, do you have the results?
The right arm was missing, but there was no doubt that it was him. That body belongs to Solid Snake.
So the head of the terrorist group must be...
An imposter.
Right.
You sound disappointed.
I guess I was kind of hoping to meet the legend in the flesh.
I get you. But it looks like he's not behind this incident.
Raiden, the president needs you, I think. Disguise yourself as enemy personnel and infiltrate the core section. Your priority is to contact Agent Ames.
That's a tranquilizer gun with a sound suppressor. Hit an enemy with that, and it's good night, sleep tight. The time in which the tranquilizer takes effect depends on where you hit your target. If you want to knock somebody out with a single shot, aim carefully for vital spots like the head or heart.
I think I've seen this modified gun before.
Yeah, it looks like the same gun used by Solid Snake 2 years ago. Following that terrorist incident, similar models were made and sold among the fans of his exploits. I think that's one of them. That's an American military M9 modified for tranquilizer bullets. When the tranquilizer bullets hit a target, the round uses the force of the impact to mix the drug, also producing a gas in the process. The pressure of the gas drives a built-in piston that injects the target with a powerful anesthetic. It's like firing a small hypodermic syringe. This M9 is a tranquilizer gun that knocks out the enemy. It doesn't kill them. What you've got there is an empty magazine for handguns and automatic weapons. Press the weapon button for the wind-up and release the button to throw it. Hitting an enemy with it won't do much damage, but if used properly, it will provide a distraction. Throwing distance depends on how strong you press the weapon button. It might be even more useful if you can accurately throw the magazine to a desired spot while in first-person view. That's a claymore mine. The claymore is a directional mine that can be set up on the ground. It's mainly used for ambush or defense. It can also be used against light vehicles and other soft-skinned targets. This mine goes off when it detects someone approaching from the front. The explosion fans out shrapnel and metal balls to create a fan-shaped destructive zone. An important thing to remember is that the sensor is not selective. The mine will attack friend or foe. What I'm trying to say is, don't trigger your own trap. You can recover a set claymore by crawling up to it carefully. That means you can collect enemy claymores for your own use if necessary. The cardboard box that you have is ideal for fooling your enemies. It's a very important tool for infiltration missions.
Really?
Of course. I can't begin to count the number of agents whose lives were saved by a cardboard box.
You mean everyone's using them?
Look, I'm not exaggerating when I say the success of your mission hinges on how you use that cardboard box.
Huh.
But in the end, a cardboard box is only made of paper. Handle it with care or it won't be of much use to you. Treat your cardboard box with care. Take care of the box, and it'll take care of you. Don't think of it as just another box. Treat it with love. Don't be rough, okay? I see you're wearing the enemy field uniform. Looks pretty good on you.
Cut it out. It's bad enough that I'm dripping with sweat, wondering when somebody's gonna see through my disguise.
Don't worry, and quit being so sensitive. At least your walk won't give you away.
My walk? What do you mean, my walk?
Nothing. Forget I said it. I'd worry more about the fact that the uniform's a little small for your size. It just might come off when you bump into an enemy. Normally, a proper fitting uniform is issued to a soldier. You're just going to have to fit your movement to the uniform. To throw something, such as a grenade or a magazine, press the weapon button to cock your arm. Put your thermal goggles on.
Find yourself an AK. You have a level 2 card in your possession. Go and search the warehouse in Strut F.
Nothing here.
situation is normal. All clear.
Looks like you've got an AK. If you wear an enemy's field outfit and carry an AK, you can pass for one of them. Listen up, kid, and don't forget this. Only the guards in Shell 1's core are armed with AK rifles. The others are armed with the AN-94, the official rifle of the Russian army. If you hope to disguise yourself as the enemy, you don't want to be carrying an AK outside of Shell 1's core.
Situation is normal. All clear.
Nothing here.
Freeze! Freeze!
So, you've got an AKS-74U. If you wear an enemy's field outfit and carry an AK, you can pass for one of them. The AK is an outstanding rifle in terms of precision and reliability, as evidenced by widespread licensed manufacturing, not to mention large quantities of illegal reproductions. The AK is in high demand around the world. It is often used as reference for the design of new rifle models. Designs for Israel's Galil, Finland's Valmet, and other rifles are based on the basic structure of the AK. You have a smaller model of the AKS-74 that was designed for use by Special Forces personnel. The stock will only extend to a maximum length of 726 millimeters, a feature that makes the rifle easier to handle in small spaces. The AK can be fitted with a suppressor. With a suppressor, you won't have to worry about your gunshots being heard. Listen up, kid, and don't forget this. Only the guards in Shell 1's core are armed with AK rifles. The others are armed with the AN-94, the official rifle of the Russian army. If you hope to disguise yourself as the enemy, you don't want to be carrying an AK outside of Shell 1's core.
Raiden, make contact with
What's up, Jack? Jack, I know you're probably doing fine, but don't get discouraged. Remember, Lieutenant J.G. Pliskin is with you too. You'll be all right. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Don't give me that. Every time you say nothing, it's always something. What's wrong?
It's just that, you know, you seem to think pretty highly of him.
Well...
Yeah, Pliskin's the kind of guy you can really depend on, isn't he?
What?
What?
Yeah, Pliskin is one heck of a man, isn't he? He's so cool, so confident.
Yeah.
But he's nowhere near as cool as you. You'll always be my number one. Always.
But that's not what I meant.
You know, you're kind of cute sometimes. Bye, Jack.
You have the directional microphone. According to our information, Ames has a pacemaker. This should make his cardiac pattern fairly distinct. Use the directional microphone to locate it.
Freeze!
Oh. Yo! What are you doing? Freeze it! Communications with B2 of the Shell 1 core have ceased.
Whoa! This sucks. This sucks. What's up?
It was nothing. All clear. It was nothing. All clear. It was nothing. All clear.
The directional microphone is a very sensitive piece of equipment that picks up the slightest sound. It's a high-precision mic that's been designed to pick up sounds in front of it. In short, it will pick up sounds in the direction you point it. The microphone comes equipped with a miniature amplifier that will pick up a heartbeat if it's pointed properly at a living target.
Retinol pattern recognized. You are cleared to enter.
Hmm?
the enemy! I need help!
What's going on? Respond. Communications with B1 of the Shell 1 Corps have ceased. Carry out an investigation immediately.
It's the enemy! I need help!
Spotted the intruder. Stand back on his crossbow.
Oh God, no! Jack! Jack! Jack!
Retinol pattern recognized. You are cleared to enter.
Raiden, one of those hostages in there is Ames. The only thing we know is that Ames wears a pacemaker. His heartbeat should sound different from other people's, so use the directional microphone to locate him. Once you recognize Ames by his heartbeat, keep the microphone pointed toward him. Then push the action button and call out to him. If it really is Ames, he should respond in some way.
What if it's the wrong person?
The guards may get suspicious and come running instead. Security could get tighter, too.
Try to be sure before you take the risk.
Don't call out to a hostage with the action button until you're fairly sure that it's Ames. If you do make a mistake, switch the microphone for an AK and get out of there before a guard gets suspicious. If you're discovered inside, they'll cut off your retreat and call in the reinforcements. You won't make it out of the room. The mission will be over if you're discovered. Don your disguise and look for Ames while deflecting the enemy's suspicion. Raiden, retain your cover at all costs inside that conference hall. There's only one way in and out of the area. If you're discovered inside, they'll cut off your retreat and call in the reinforcements. You won't make it out of the room. The mission will be over. Once you have the directional microphone selected, the screen will switch to first-person view. Point the microphone toward the hostages with the left stick. This is how you listen to the hostages' heartbeats. Listen carefully to pick up the sound of the pacemaker. When you're sure that you have aims, keep the microphone pointed in the same direction. Then push the action button to call his name. Don't randomly call out to people. You'll only draw unwelcome attention to yourself.
Another thing, whenever you have the directional microphone selected, you won't be able to move.
If the enemy see you with the directional microphone, they'll naturally be suspicious.
I suggest you wait until the guards are out of sight before selecting the directional microphone.
If someone does get suspicious, switch the directional microphone for the AK immediately. It's all over if you're caught in the act. Raiden, it looks like the guards in charge of the hostages are in regular contact with other terrorists. Even a temporary measure against a guard will disrupt communications and alert the enemy to your presence. Refrain from knocking any guards out inside this area. I shouldn't have to tell you this, Raiden, but for the record, you are forbidden to harm any of the hostages.
You wouldn't do a thing like that anyway, right?
The guards are keeping watch over the hostages. If something happens to even one of them, they'll realize that an intruder is in the room. That place is a death trap if you're unmasked and surrounded. Do not, I repeat, do not harm the hostages in any way. The guards in charge of the hostages are in regular...
What's up, Jack? Jack, how's the mission going?
Fine.
Fine? Is that it?
Look, I really don't feel like talking about the mission. At least with you. I want to talk about something else.
Okay, then. Let's talk about you.
Me?
Yeah, your least favorite subject.
That's not...
Oh, yeah? Then go ahead and say something.
Like what?
Anything. Tell me something about yourself.
I can't think of anything interesting to say. Why do you want to talk about me so badly?
Because I'm curious.
But why?
Is it really that strange to want to know more about someone you love?
No, it's not strange, but...
You know, sometimes I... Oh, look, now we're talking about me, not you. Why won't you tell me anything? About what you were like as a child? What kind of things you liked to do? What kind of people your parents were? I've never heard you talk about any of that. Why? Don't you think it's just a little bit unusual that I don't know anything about my own boyfriend's past?
Rose, when I get back, I'll tell you everything.
Is that a promise?
Yes, it's a promise.
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
You're Ames, aren't you? 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 You're Ames, aren't you?
Possible hostiles sighted. Send backup.
You're Ames, aren't you?
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
You're Ames, aren't you? You're Ames, aren't you? You're Ames, aren't you?
Hey, who's that? Freeze!
Jack, what's going on? Answer me! Jack? Jack!
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
You're Ames, aren't you? 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 Then perhaps you're Ames, right? Then perhaps you're Ames, right? Then perhaps you're Ames, right? It'd be a huge help if you happen to be Ames. It'd be a huge help if you happen to be Ames. It'd be a huge help if you happen to be Ames. It'd be a huge help if you happen to be Ames.
Possible hostiles sighted. Send backup.
It'd be a huge help if you happen to be Ames. It'd be a huge help if you happen to be Ames.
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
It'd be a huge help if you happen to be Ames. It'd be a huge help if you happen to be Ames. It'd be a huge help if you happen to be Ames.
Hey, you! Just wait a minute.
Who's that?
Freeze!
Right, come in. Right, right.
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
It'd be a huge help if you happen to be Ames. You must be Ames. Keep still and listen to me. I'm not a terrorist. I got in here using one of their uniforms. I'm taking off the tape. Stay quiet.
Who told you about me?
An informer calling himself Mr. X, dressed like a ninja.
I see. Take this thing off me, will you? I'm Richard Ames.
Secret Service?
No, I was set in by the Lali Lule Lo, just like you.
What?
You're here to find out where the president is. We have little time, so I'll be brief. How about switching to nanocommunications first?
Nanocommunications?
Right, silence beats talk when it comes to safety. Are you on?
Right here. Do you really know where the president is?
Almost certainly. He was moved to the first floor of Shell 2's core section.
The first floor, the core of Shell 2. Is he still there?
I don't know. I can't get a response.
You don't think he's been like the other hostages?
Hmm?
A hostage was killed in retaliation after the SEAL 10 disaster, remember?
What are you talking about? Regardless of what they do to other hostages, they won't touch the president.
What makes you so sure?
The case.
You mean the nuclear button they took?
Right. And the case won't do a thing by itself. That case may be the single most advanced example of a weapons failsafe system. The password is nothing less than the physiological data of the US president.
Physiological data?
The president's own vital signs, heartbeat, brainwave pattern, blood pressure, and so on, are constantly monitored and relayed by his internal nanomachines. This information, along with the DNA pattern, serve as a biometric password, unbreakable even by the latest parallel processor supercomputers. The password entry itself cannot be performed unless brainwave patterns and heartbeats fall within normal parameters, rendering chemical and other forms of coercion impractical. In other words, the login must be made of the president's own free will. As a failsafe, the input must also be reconfirmed hourly, even after the initial login. If a valid confirmation is not forthcoming, the system will automatically cancel the login.
And that's why they can't harm the president.
At least until the bird flies.
Is there really a new model of Metal Gear here?
Absolutely. The black case serves as the launch key to Metal Gear as well.
Why would they hide Metal Gear in an offshore plant?
Haven't they told you anything?
Not a chance.
The entire thing was planned. The oil spill, the tanker accident that caused it, everything. The big shell was built specifically for the development of a new Metal Gear model. The inspection tour was to check its progress.
What's going on around here?
Wait. Here comes Snake.
That's him?
Use the microphone to listen in.
King.
To come all the way to New York just to get hit with a bowel attack. What luck. Oh. This one's worse than that one up in Alaska. Come to think of it, that commander chick really reminds me of someone. Who is she like again? Oh yeah, she's like her. Now that's a time I'd like to forget. Ridiculous that I had to get jacked for everything that was on me. When I think about it, that's when everything started to hit the skids. It's a shame. Up to that point, I was steady cruising on the elite course. Oh, here we go again! Oh! Still, that Russian crew is a pretty decent bunch. The president's escort guys get on my nerves, though. Oh, whatever. For now, just gotta hang in there. Oh, there's no paper.
Ourselves. Why did he betray us? Who knows? There are surprise. I'll have his back. Working for them? With that intruder. The man in the sneaking. You know more about those. But Foxhound was disbanded 4 years ago.
Is that really Solid Snake?
That's what he claims.
I thought Snake was dead.
Anyway, what did you manage to... Search my pocket. Hurry!
You, where are you going?
Freeze!
What the hell happened? Raiden!
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
You're Ames, aren't you?
Are you... Here comes Snake.
That's him?
Use the microphone to listen in.
King, Fat Man is dead. It doesn't matter. Saved us the trouble of getting rid of him ourselves. Why did he betray us? Who knows? They're a band of lunatics to begin with. Nothing they do should come as a surprise. I'll have his background rechecked, just in case. You think he was working for them? We can't discount the possibility. Especially with that intruder still at large. Yes. The man in the sneaking suit. You know more about those suits than I do. But Foxhound was disbanded 4 years ago. So it must be... the Patriots. What about the damage to Shell 2?
The circulation system for the contaminated water has been damaged. The water being drawn in is overflowing, and the lower block of the central section is flooding.
Seal the connecting pathway between Shells 1 and 2.
The Simtex and IR sensors are already in place.
Any effect on it?
No.
What about the President?
The password entry has already been made to the black case. In 1 hour, we'll need a confirmation from him. His work is done after that.
Make sure you keep him alive until then.
Yes, I know.
What about the unit's activation?
Almost complete. The code has already been entered. All we need now is for the girl to start the system.
The usual method, I assume?
No. The drugs took care of everything.
Only a few more steps to outer heaven.
Who is that cyborg ninja, Shalashaska?
I cannot even guess.
What about you?
I'm having the matter looked into.
Olga, don't cast suspicion where it isn't due.
Where it isn't due? When you watched my father die and did nothing.
It's been 2 years ago, Olga. Let it go.
I read the case file for Shadow Moses, by the way.
Olga, how could you suspect me?
I know that the ninja is not one of my men.
How meaningful you make that sound. If Sergei were still alive...
If the old man were still alive, I wouldn't need to take orders from you.
Olga, Sergei was my best friend.
If you sell us out, I'll kill you myself.
Listen, daughter of Sergei. Don't ever let me see your gun pointed at me again.
If you wish, I'll put a bullet in your back instead.
Stop this infighting. I took you both in when no one else would. You think any government would have you as irregulars in this political climate? The worst kind of wet works, maybe. But even that's doubtful. I recommend against switching camps. You've nowhere left to go. It's happening again?
This damn right arm. Liquid! It's almost as if it's having its revenge!
How much do you think we spent on that arm in Lyon? The best transplant surgery team in the world.
I never trust a Frenchman. There's something going on. The incidents are becoming more frequent. Maybe that man's presence.
Ocelot, I leave this place in your hands. I have the intruder to take care of.
Yes, King.
Is that really Solid Snake?
That's what he claims.
I thought Snake was dead.
Solid Snake did die. But he's also here in the shell. Either he survived or there are two of them.
Two of them?
And that's impossible. Anyway, what did you manage to catch?
They said password input was complete.
I thought so.
You said the password entry into the black case had to be made by the President willingly.
That's right.
So this means the President is cooperating with them.
It would have to be, yes.
Why?
Probably tired of being a puppet, but it wasn't a smart move to betray us.
A puppet?
We're running out of time. They will fire a nuke. You know what you need to do before then.
Fire the nuke? But it's nowhere close to the ransom deadline.
Ransom?
$30 billion in cash.
What are you babbling about? The nuclear strike is not a threat. It's been the objective all along.
They plan to slaughter millions of people.
No, a high-altitude detonation. You've heard of the Compton effect?
Total disruption of electronic equipment caused by EMMA pulse.
Textbook answer. Well, when an average nuclear warhead goes off within the atmosphere, the result is an electromagnetic pulse of up to 50 billion megawatts. The EMMA field can reach tens of thousands of volts per meter, and most electronic equipment will be toast in an instant.
If one of the key movers of world economy stops functioning, it could mean the beginning of a global depression.
But that isn't their aim. What they plan to do is liberate Manhattan, pull it offline and turn it into some kind of a republic. Hence, Sons of Liberty, I suppose.
Sons of Liberty?
Damn! Ocelot is coming. I'm going offline. Search my pocket. Hurry! It's a security card. You'll be able to unlock doors of up to level 3 security. Use it to get to Shell 2. Take care of the President before they launch the nuke. He's coming here. Pick up your AK.
Raiden, put on the enemy's uniform. Ocelot is headed your way. Don't forget to select the AK as well. Raiden, put on...
Jack? You have to come back in one piece.
What do you think you're doing?
I asked him to remove these. I'm ill, you see.
I always knew that the DIA turned out second-rate liars.
What are you talking about?
No need for denials. We know what you are, Colonel Ames. They knew that the President was planning to betray them. So they sent you in to keep tabs on him. Am I right?
You.
Sorry, Colonel. You failed to carry out your duties.
You'll never escape the Lali-Lu-Le-Lo.
Is that so? What the?
You tricked me. I understand now. Ocelot.
You? Which team are you with? Show me your face. You know who he is.
No, he is not one of mine.
Identify yourself. We meet at last. Hold your fire! We need the hostages alive!
Hurry! Get away!
But you died!
Leave this to me.
Colonel, Ames is dead. Looked like a heart attack.
That's unfortunate. However, we do at least know where the president is.
So there really is a new type of Metal Gear in this place?
Apparently. We're still looking into it.
I've also been told that the nuclear strike was what the terrorists were after from the start, not the $30 billion.
Right. It was a cover-up all along.
Colonel, what are you keeping from me?
I am not keeping back anything. It's not as though I'm told all the facts either. I'm pulling in all the favors I can to look into all this. Just be a little patient. Our priority should be with the president right now. We can take it that they've completed the password entry and are preparing Metal Gear for a nuclear strike. Get to the president as soon as possible.
But the president is cooperating with them.
According to Ames, yes. But it's also true that they're about to get rid of the president. There's something else going on here, and the president may be able to tell you what it is when you see him in person. Once they get the confirmation for nuclear launch, they'll do it. You need to rescue the president before then.
Jack, I agree with the Colonel. You need to protect the president for now.
All right.
Who's that? What the hell happened? I got him. What's going on? Respond. I got him. Send reinforcements. What's going on? Respond. Communications with B1 of the Shell 1 Corps have ceased. There's some...
Raiden, this is not good. Enemies in Shell 1 are systematically searching for you.
It looks like they've tightened security considerably. Watch yourself.
Get out of Shell 1. According to Ames, the president is on the first floor of Shell 2's core. Cross the connecting bridge from the north side of Strut D to get to Shell 2. That's where you need to go. Looks like you've lost your balaclava, Raiden. You'll no longer be able to impersonate enemy personnel. Raiden, rescue the
What's up, Jack?
Rose.
So, have you decided to talk yet?
Nope.
That's too bad.
Why are you so interested in me all of a sudden?
Because I'm curious. More so than before. Does it really bother you that much?
There must be some things you don't want to say.
Like what?
You know, those things you don't want to say.
Let's see. Things you don't want to say. Like that you've been married before? That you're 80 years old? That you used to be a woman?
Rose.
What exactly is it you won't tell me? Do you think I'd hate you if I knew? Do you really have that little faith in me?
No, it's nothing like that.
Then what is it?
It's...
It really bothers me. The fact that there's a side of you I don't know. Sometimes I just can't help myself.
You've got me right now. Isn't that enough?
No, it's not. I'm sorry. I know I'm being greedy, but it's just not enough.
Attack team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
Okay, I think that's gonna do it, so let me lower the volume real quick. That'll do it for this session. I don't want to go too over, and plus I'm getting pretty hungry because it's lunchtime, so yeah, that's a session. I think the volume should be okay. You should be able to hear me over the game. So yeah, that's some progress. Fought Fat Man, fought Fortune. We didn't get Fortune's... Yeah, I guess I screwed that up. Because we're talking to the Colonel, and then Raiden asks for more information on Fortune, and Rose is going to be like... Or she said, yeah, I'll look that up for you. But we got Stillman's immediately after, so I guess she gave us the info. She gave us the info on Stillman, but yeah, not for Fortune. So, oh well. Some plot. I mean, I guess we got pretty much the big picture from Pliskin. I mean, he told us pretty much everything that we need to know, maybe. I'll be satisfied with that. But yeah, tomorrow we'll continue this. We'll head off to Shell 2, fight a couple more bosses, and then yeah, that'll do it. I never heard of Johnny's Easter egg, so that was silly. Struggling with that diarrhea. Yeah, I think that was it. Don't think there's any shout-outs besides thanks to users sorry for the auto host. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Probably at the same time, like 10 a.m. It was a little bit late, but it's just getting things set up. What did I do at the beginning? Thought I had... No, I think we just started, right? There wasn't anything like I set up ahead of time. Probably tomorrow, though. Well, no. No, we'll just continue, just like today. Just planning things. Seeing how I want to tackle this. But yeah, we're all good. Continue the story. Have more fun. We're probably not going to finish it tomorrow. Maybe. I don't think we would. There's still a lot left and a lot more plot, story, and exploration to do. But yeah, that's going to do it. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Thanks for tuning in, and bye.